My name is Quinn Millington. I'm the owner and founder of EMG Solutions. Today we will be looking at an ulnar sensory nerve setup and testing procedure. The ulnar nerve, and I'll just trace this with my finger coming behind the elbow. Obviously it comes from much higher up, but we're going to just start here at the elbow and work our way down. Comes along the forearm and then enters the palm over on this ulnar border. Comes around the hook of the hamate and then dives deep. Our focus today is going to be on the sensory fibers that provide sensation on her hand right here where you can see my thumb tracing out to and including D5 and the ulnar border of D4. Just by reminder, we consider the thumb to be D1, D2, D3, D4, and D5. I'm going to walk through the setup procedure. You'll note that I have already placed a ground electrode on the back of her wrist. The next step in this process is to identify our stimulation points on the wrist. I have a tape measure, and we've got a little marker right here. And I'll go ahead and set this up. I'm going to put one end of this tape measure right at the base of the fifth phalanx, and we'll trace this down. 14 centimeters is what we use, and I'll put a mark right there. So I now know what this distance should look like. So again, running from right here at the crease of her hand, so right at the base of the proximal phalanx on D5, coming back 14 centimeters. We're then going to put a little gel right here on the edge of her D5 to accommodate our recording electrodes. And of our recording electrodes, this black one is the active, and I'm going to put it proximal, and then the reference is distal. Again, the black one that you see me holding, touching right here, is our active electrode. Red one is our reference electrode. I'm then going to take the stimulator. We're going to get a little bit of gel on the end of the stimulator, and you'll notice that I've got a little mark down here that identifies the cathode or the negative pole. We want that cathode or the negative pole to be closest to our black recording electrode. So we've got that set up. You hopefully can see that. And then the next thing we're going to do is just stimulate right here at the ulnar nerve and see if we can, wow, there's a sensory response. It popped right up. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. Nope, in fact, it got a little worse. There we go. Our baseline was a little off kilter. We overstimulated. I brought the stimulus intensity back down. It flattened it out. We didn't hurt the amplitude in any way. We'll store that. And then if you look at looking at the screen, I'm going to move this onset marker just a little bit. And then our peak marker appears to be in the right spot already. And you'll see over here in our reference table that a distal latency of 3.3 is obviously less than the 3.7 that we use as our cutoff. And we've got a beautiful amplitude, far greater than what we would consider to be normal. So walking back through this one more time. This was an ulnar sensory study. We traced the nerve coming through the forearm and into the palm. We identified the area of the sensory nerve distribution. We're focusing on D5. We then measured from the proximal phalanx of D5, coming back 14 centimeters, marked that spot. And if I tilt her hand, you should be able to see that. And then we placed our recording electrodes. This black one we call the reference, this red one we call the active, and then we stimulated, and I've still got my stimulator right here. You'll notice that I've got the cathode, it's highlighted, that's our negative pole. We place it on the 14 centimeter mark and stimulate and save, and that's how we get this beautiful trace that we see up here on the screen. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching our video. Please like, share, and subscribe.